Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. A child, they say, can play with his mother's breast, but not with the father's scrotum. It's not a small something, as we are hearing it. Oh, we are hearing a report that's making the rounds on social media that there's been some kind of royal disappointment today, as the Ooni of Ife was very, very upset over what he saw. They said that on Sunday, people woke up and two drivers from El Murad Ministry, and Herald Ministry, sorry about that, were supposed to drive two buses from the palace of the Ooni of Ife and pick people from Ile Ife and take them to Akure. Because, of course, when Queen Naomi got married to the Ooni of Ife, there were so many people from Ile Ife who started attending Queen Naomi's church, okay? And now what they have in the palace, they said, is a prayer ministry. The church is still situated in Akure, and you do know that the one that is being built in the palace of the Ooni of Ife has not been finished yet, okay? And the beautiful thing about Queen Naomi, wherever she is in Nigeria, on a Sunday, she makes it, possible to go to church and worship with others, and of course host service for people. So right now there were two buses left in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. They said most of Naomi's financial resources has been invested into promoting the testimony of Jesus Christ, okay? And this is one reason why I do think that God is helping this woman so much and fighting her battle for her. And no matter how far this goes, I do know that there's always going to be a silver lining at the end of this dark cloud. Now, what we are hearing is that when they woke up on Sunday morning to pick the buses and take them to church, the tires were all gone. Like, tires were deflected and some were even removed, taken away from the bus. And they said Ooni of Ife, or from the buses rather, they said the monarch, Ooni of Ife, was very, very upset over what had happened. And that was why I started with that adage that no matter how much a child plays, a child can play with the mother's breast, but not with the father block us. It's not even possible because the father no go let that pikin near him block us. And now Ooni of Ife is taking everything that has to do with Queen Naomi very, very personal, because he said he's not going to continue to allow them treat this woman like this. This woman is his wife. After all, he extended a hand of friendship and fellowship to this women, and he did everything that was within his power to ensure that peace reigned in the palace. But then everybody was bent on seeing Queen Naomi lower there, and they were not ready to work with him to bring his wife and son into the palace. Now, it's important to understand that no matter what happens, Tadenikawa will always be the blood of the Ooni of Ife. And for a good father like the monarch is, you do not expect the monarch to put his son aside just because he wants to be with wives. So as we are hearing allegedly, when he woke up and saw what happened, he was very, very upset. Now, let me give you the background of what has happened. Now, you do know that they are preparing, from what we are hearing as it is alleged and rumored and reported, that they are actually preparing for Queen Naomi's return. And, a lot of preparations are ongoing in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. They say they keep bringing things and taking things out of the palace. And they said that Queen Naomi's stuff, some of her stuff, are even being brought into the palace. So the buses are not like, a station in the palace. They come from time to time and they leave, okay? And from when Ooni of Ife gave them an office to use, as in to coordinate Olori Naomi's marriage, they said that these buses have been bringing things and going back and bringing things and going back. And so on that Sunday morning, they were supposed to take some of the residents of the palace, those Christians who are worshiping in Queen Naomi's church, to Akure, so they can go and worship and bring them back, okay? Only to go, the buses, the tires were deflected. Like, one of the buses, they said the two tires were out. And they brought this news to Kabiyesi. Kabiyesi was very upset because over the other side in Akure that Queen Naomi was so disappointed over what happened. But then again, there is this thing about them trying to find out what had happened to those bosses. A lot of people are attributing or pointing fingers to Auntie Ebony. Now, why are people pointing fingers to Auntie Ebony? You know, last week there was a report that was making the rounds that Ebony had gone to the royal mansion to meet with Olori Naomi to have some discussion, because she started some discussion where she was talking about the fact that Kabiyesi may not necessarily love Naomi the way he claims. It's just this, it's just that. Kabiyesi is making arrangement to marry, and Naomi shut her out that she was not interested in that kind of conversation. And besides, why talk to me about that? Are we friends? Like all of that. So, but because they said she was already in Lagos, she thought that it was necessary to go to the royal mansion to meet with the Queen Naomi. But I said when she got to the royal mansion, unfortunately, Naomi did not allow her access. And where she parked, from what we are hearing now, no. Because when the news came, the news was looking as if Naomi just asked them to deflect her tires. But they said where she parked in the royal mansion, she wasn't supposed to park there. That car was parked just in front of the security post of the royal mansion. And you know that this security guard are guarding the entire mansion, and they drive way to the royal mansion. Now, parking your car at that spot will, hinder what they are seeing, okay? And they said there was a very clear sign of no parking in that place where she parked. And so when the driver came and parked, and unfortunately, they just parked and started moving towards the security, that they did not, one person was supposed to be in the car, but it was just the car. So they said they went straight and they deflated the car. And when they deflected her tires, immediately she raised alarm and started calling people in Ile-Ife, saying that it was Queen Naomi that ordered them to deflect her tires. It's Queen Naomi that did this, it's Queen Naomi that did that. And they said she was very angry, and she was crying the entire time that, see what Queen Naomi did, see what Queen Naomi did. That some people started telling her that you and I know that Queen Naomi doesn't want you. Queen Naomi doesn't want you anywhere close to her. Maybe you shouldn't have gone there, or maybe, just maybe, you were not supposed to have gone there. And they said this did not go well with her at all, that she was very upset over what she said Queen Naomi did. So right now, a lot of people are thinking it was based on that judgment that she may have sent people to come and deflect these buses in the palace. And it was a very huge disappointment that those who were supposed to go to Akure that morning could not go, because the tires they took, they said the other buses, one of the buses, that removed 2 tires and they took it away. The thing is that, when is this fight with Olori Naomi going to stop? How do you continue to fight a woman who is not fighting you? And I said the other time that, wisdom teaches people when to stop and when to really just give up and let go. And so you too can have your peace. But however, it's important to bear in mind that these are all alleged news and these are all rumored news. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.